Hello, Nick family. Welcome to my channel, Dope Soul Sports Talk. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification button so you'll be notified anytime I go live or drop a video. Today, I'm going to talk about the Knicks being officially eliminated from the playoffs with Atlanta's win last night. Let's get into it. I'm not going to lie. I'm disappointed. You know, I came into the season skeptical of some of the offseason moves the Knicks made. I wasn't for re-signing Noel or Burks. I was okay even with moving on from Derrick Rose. I was definitely okay with moving on from Derrick Rose once I learned we signed Kemba Walker. I just thought you can't have two injury-prone point guards, right? Obviously, the Knicks didn't see that as a problem. I was one also who was not for the Kemba Walker signing in the first place. I just thought that the Knicks came into the offseason with cap space. They had assets, they had young players, and they shopping at the 99-cent store for no reason when you have assets. I know a lot of the fans thought that Kemba Walker was a great signing. It was low risk. It was a low risk financially. But in terms of winning, I thought it was high risk. You're going into the season with two injury prone point guards. God forbid both of them get injured. What are you going to do? And we talked about this on the MBK preseason shows. What if both of them get hurt? What are we going to do? And the fan base was like, oh, I think we'll be okay. I think Quickly is ready. We can even use McBride. I don't think it was a big deal. Well, it proved to be a big deal for us. Quickly just now coming to his own at that point guard position with like 2 weeks left in the season. McBride, I mean, you can argue that had he got more time, he would have done better. But to see Quickly struggle after having a year of experience, it's hard for me to believe that McBride would have been the answer. But listen, anything, anything is possible. I thought, if the Knicks were going to be successful this season, if they were going to finish in the top four, um, a lot needed to break right for the Knicks. I thought the Kemba and Fournier signings would have had to work out. Kemba would have had to play close to his time in Charlotte. Not quite, but I thought he would have needed to at least be healthy and play close to that for the Knicks to finish in the top four. I thought the Knicks needed to be healthy in order for that to happen. I thought at least two of the young players would have needed to pop and really come into his their own. RJ Barrett did, but somebody else needed to, right? I thought Quickly, like I just said, in the last few weeks of the season, seemed to be coming around and into this into the point guard position. Mitch was hit or miss, in my opinion, all season. There were games where he flashed, and you were like, "Wow, this guy could really be an elite defensive player," almost to the point where his offense didn't even matter that much. That's how much of an elite player he could be on the defensive end. And then there were some games where Mitch just looked pedestrian. And this was after he had lost the weight and seemed to be past the injury. He was just really hit or miss. I thought um, Randle would have need to have played close to his performance last year. Not exactly, but at least close. Like all of these things would have needed to happen in order for the Knicks to finish in the top four, or some of them needed to happen for the Knicks to make the playoffs. And none of them really happened, to be honest. Kemba didn't hardly play this season. And when he did play, he wasn't good. I mean, a lot of us got on Tibbs for, using him as a scapegoat and pulling him out of the rotation. Okay. When he came back, what happened? He had like 4 games where he played really well. And then the fans was asking why we keep trotting out, Kemba Walker. So at least in that respect, Tibbs was right from the beginning. Kemba Walker just wasn't a good fit. So that didn't work out. I thought Fournier played okay. I know the fan base, a lot of the fans would disagree with me on that. I think that the Knicks needed more offense. They brought him in for more offense. They were going to take a hit defensively. They knew that. And that's what happened, right? He gave us what he could offensively. It's what we needed. The shooting, he broke the single season record for 3-pointers made. Defensively, he wasn't great, but again, like I've always said, you can hide one player on the defensive end. We wasn't healthy, right? Rose played, I think, 26 games. Noel played 25, right? So that didn't happen. And as far as our young players are concerned, the only one, like I said, that really popped was RJ. The others didn't. These are all of the things that you need to happen to finish in the top four or to even make the playoffs altogether. And that didn't happen. We can even look at Tibbs. We can even look at Tibbs. Listen, I don't want him to be fired. I thought the team played hard for him. They continue to play hard for them. It remains to be seen with these last, I don't know, 2, 3 games we have left. Will they continue to do so now that they are officially out of the playoff hunt, play-in hunt? I believe that they will. But listen, this is a game of inches. And there were games in which had Tibbs made a rotation change, maybe stuck with a hot player or a hot lineup, maybe changed up his play calling offensively, even defensively, ran out some traps, did different things, that we might have pulled out a few more wins. So he's not totally absolved for this mess of a season that the Knicks have had, right? But I am in support of him coming back, and hopefully the front office will give him a roster that he can coach, a roster that's full of his type of players. And then let's see. He had a very good season. He had a not so good season. Let's see what season 3 brings. So we're back to the drawing board in this off season without any cap space. With players who, I don't know, maybe Burke's value down the stretch has increased, right? Noel is not going to have a lot of value. Rose hasn't played. What value is he going to have? The other teams haven't seen whether or not he was healthy. So I'm not sure how much the Knicks are going to be able to do in the offseason, or even what they want to do. Do they want to move Randle? And if so, will they be able to? Do they want to move Fournier? And if so, will they be able to? Are you going to be able to move a Noel who played 25 games? Are you going to be able to move a Rose who played 25 or 26 games, right? What direction are you going in, right? Are you going to trade Randle and go young? Or are you going to cash in some of these young players for young vets? And to me, that's of the ilk of doesn't necessarily have to be Donovan Mitchell or Brandon Ingram, but those types of players who've been in the league for 4, 5, 6 years, and you pretty much know what you're going to get out of them. Do you cash in some of these young chips that may or may not continue to ascend? And I'm not talking about RJ Barrett. Or do you stay the course and see if somebody else pops? It remains to be seen. There's a lot of questions to be answered. This summer, I don't think the front office is totally absolved for this mess of a season. They had their hand in it as well. And the Kemba Walker thing, to me, was the at the top of the list. But there are others. That's my take on the Knicks being eliminated from the playoffs and my disappointment in the season. We'll talk more about it here on my channel, Dope Soul Sports Talk. We'll also talk more about it on MBK for sure. Peace, fam. I'm out.